got on the board, gee whiz, if I was 2005 president, it was 2000, when was that? So back that off. Geez, 95, dude. So 95 I got on the board. It was the longest run. Dave Harrison and I had a 9 or 10 year run on the board. He was president just before I was. So we got on it as members at large at the same time because Hondo was on the board and either just president or done, and Mike was coming up to be president, I think, my brother. So we had that going for us. But, and we just had to run up through the board. And because I think Dave did a couple, I did 2 luncheons. I did 3 golf tournaments and 1 dinner. Because no one else wanted to do it. So they just said, Tim, you did such a good job on that last golf tournament, do it again, because I was doing some for the media radio stations that I was running and had a couple tournaments a year, so they just kind of said, okay, new assignments for this year. McCarthy, you got the golf tournament again. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be Smilin Irishman. I don't think I ever did a Smilin Irishman because I was doing the golf tournament that year too. So they just had that. It was crazy.
Did you ever compete in a Smilin Irishman?
What's that?
Did you ever compete in the Smilin Irishman?
No, I would have won back to back to back. So I mean, I didn't want to embarrass anybody. You know, I mean, come on. Yeah, come on. So I became. I'm looking down the list here. I got to be president in 2005, 2006, and that was an exciting time with the Friendly Sons. Partially because going through those board meetings for 9 years, you kind of grow up and realize I'll just shut up for a little bit, listen to what's going on, not have any real opinions, maybe throw out a little zinger if I had one. Most of the time they'd look at me cross-eyed and go, that wasn't very funny, even though it was hilarious, you know. But that was the older crew that was there. That they eventually started giving me credit for some of the things that I brought up. But I kept my mouth shut for the first few years on that board because it was like Thunderdome. I mean, you're in there and one man enters. No one gets out. You know, that was it. It was absolutely insane. Those early board meetings. I think that goes to your next question. It was mayhem, most of it, early on, and then somebody, had Robert's Rules of Order, and everyone would interpret it their own way, come up with their own idea of what a committee of the whole is, and all that stuff. So that added to some of the hilarity of the meeting, right? You're out of order. We'll table that till new business. That's old business. We can't do that. Absolutely hilarious. Those meetings were some of the funniest things I've read. That's why I loved it so much. Every once a month on a Thursday, I got to go and absolutely laugh my ass off most of the time. And most of it was good-hearted. You know, some guys got a little butthurt, but it happened. And even so, it all ended up with a nice toast and a pint at the end of the day. So,
were the board meetings always at Mike Neal's?
For my career, for my board career, it was always down there. And that was, you're going up into a big law firm, big office. It was awesome. You felt like a big shot, even though we knew exactly what we were. We weren't big shots. We were just a bunch of idiots running around trying to run a social organization out of a checkbook. So, which made it kind of, it gave it kind of that fun vibe, you know.